So you don't have any core exercises that you do, no matter who it is, from high school and up through international level? There's got to be 4 or 5 things that you do, no matter what your goals are. You might vary.
Yeah, I mean,
you might vary weight and the reps and sets, right? But you're going to make sure you get this stuff in. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, I would say that type of stuff. I mean, almost all my guys are on their strength training program, and they kind of lift at different times. And I'm not part of all their strength training workouts. But as a coach, all the things that I do, in practice, I mean, for example, these are little things, but at the end of stance of motion after 1 minute, like I'm having guys like level change and touch the mat and do like 10 froggies high and as explosive as they can at the end of every stance of motion. So, for example, yesterday we wrestled 3 matches, and the last one we kind of all went at the same time. And then right when they got done, I immediately put them into 3 1-minute stance of motions. At the end of those 1-minute stance of motions, I had them do 10 just explosive, what I call froggies. It's where you just let all your weight drop down, you touch the mat and explode up as high, as you can. The challenge with that is a lot of guys, they want to bend over and touch the mat and not bend their legs. The whole reason to do that is to get them to bend their legs and drop their butt as low as they can, because it's really like a penetration step. What you're really trying to do is like level change and penetrate, level change and penetrate. But it's tempting for guys that may be a little bigger. They just want to kind of bend over, touch, hop, right? But and you have to make sure you correct them in the middle of that and don't enable them to do it poorly. So, those type of things, I think some fun kind of strength training cardio that I do, coach, at the end of some practices when I'm really going to put them through some cardio is that, and I end up kind of doing this with my wife from our Beachbody workouts that we do. I just kind of learned some different creative, workouts, but you have 3 chunks of work. So you pick 2 exercises and you do that for 1 minute. You do one of them for 1 minute. You do the other one for 45 seconds. And you do that 3 rounds. You do that 3 rounds through. And I'll give you some of those exercises. But the cool thing is you can come up with your own. You can insert different exercises into this. But you do 1 minute and 45 seconds 3 times through. And then you go the second round is 45 seconds and 30 seconds, and you do 3 times through. And then the last one you do 30 seconds and 15 seconds, and you do 3 times through, right?
But you don't change the exercises. They say.
So, well, no, the first group of exercises is totally different than the second group, which is different than the third group, right?
9 different exercises.
And you do some mix of clearly stuff that's going to hit your legs, stuff that's going to hit your foot speed, and stuff that's going to hit your chest. So typically for that 1 minute, I'll do like kind of like a soccer run where you're bringing your feet. It's like you're trying to dribble the soccer ball, but your knees are coming as high as you can. So for 1 minute, and that kind of starts to get you breathing hard, because if you do that for 1 minute pretty hard, that can be for sure challenging. And then after that, I'll go into I'll get in push-up position like a plank. And then for the 45 seconds, I'll just bring my knees to chest. And I'll stay in that solid plank and just bring knees towards my chest. So, like mountain climbers, you're alternating your legs. Well, this is just bringing both knees up, which is tough because you end up you have to hold that plank for the whole 45 seconds and, you're bringing your legs up. So again, you would do soccer runs for 1 minute, and you would do push-up knees to chest for 45 seconds. And you do that three times through. Minute 45, minute 45, minute 45. Maybe take a good minute break or so there, a little longer if you want. And then you pick another 2 exercises. So the next one I do, I would say it's been good for wrestling, is I'll do like a sumo squat. So you spread your legs out and you turn your feet out at 45. And then you'll just end up for 45 seconds, you'll just stay low and you'll just kind of bounce for 45 seconds the whole entire time, which your legs end up burning big time. So you do that for 45 seconds, and then you'll go down what I call plyo push-ups. So you'll go wide, explode up, and then you'll go, like close grip, explode up, plyometrics wide, explode up, close grip, explode up, wide. And you stay in that push-up position the whole time, and that'll be for 30 seconds, right? So you did 45 seconds of sumo, kind of sumo jumps right there. And you don't jump up high in the sumos. You just keep your legs burning the whole entire time.
I know what you mean.
And then, so you do that for 3 rounds, right? 45, 30, 45, 30, 45, 30. And then the last one I'll do is for 30 seconds on and 15 seconds off. And the 30 seconds, you'll the first 15 seconds of it, you'll do like, you'll step back, reverse lunge, and you'll jump as high as you can, throw your arms there. So you 15 seconds with your right leg, 15 seconds with your right leg, and then 15 seconds later you switch to your left leg. So they're like kind of reverse lunge jumps. And so that's 30 seconds, right? 15 with your right, 15 with your left. And then that last 15 seconds, I kind of get in my stance, right? And you jump over towards like 9 o'clock, jump over to 12, jump over to 3, jump to 12, jump to 9.
Staggered stance or square stance?
You can be square because you're just jumping to both sides, right?
That reminds me of one of the drills Bruce Barnett used to have you guys do back in 2000.
Yeah. Well, you do like for those 50-second jumps, right? Like you'll step back like this, and your knee doesn't have to touch the mat, but you'll jump as high as you can, right? Land, jump, right? 15 seconds to your right leg, and then you'll step back. 15 seconds with your left leg. And then when you go those 15 seconds, you'll just end up going right here. 3, 12, 9, 12, 3. And you just do this, right, for 15 seconds.
Got it.
And you do that 30-15, right? 30-15, 30-15. And you put those guys through that, their legs and chest will be burning.
That last set of those stances is how long? 15 seconds or another?
15 seconds. What'd you say?
The last set of the stance stuff where you hop from
15 seconds. Yeah.
15 seconds. Okay.
So your time is, for the first round's 1:45. Right. Second round's 45:30.
Yep.
Third round's 30-15.
3 rounds.
But that 30, right, is 15 on your right leg, 15 on your left leg.
Got it. That's good stuff. I like that a lot.
So that's really good for your legs. I mean, that's really good for gaining stance strength. And that's all great for wrestling. I mean, it's awesome to be able to squat 500 pounds once.
Right.
But as we know in wrestling, you need to be able to stay in your stance, right, for the whole entire match. So I think it's really the balance of both. I think there is for sure a place for heavy strength training to really increase your strength, right? But then there's also a place to make sure that you can stay in a stance for 6 minutes.